Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Kaylee with Learnin the Ropes, and I am here today to share with you 5 of my favorite stretches to do right before I jump rope. Now, we all know that it's important to warm up and to stretch before we jump, but sometimes we don't know exactly what to do, all right? Well, hopefully these stretches will help you out. These are gonna help you to prevent injury, and they're gonna help you to feel awesome while you're jumping rope, all right? Your body's gonna be limber and just ready to go. Now, one thing that I wanna tell you before we get started, all of these stretches that you'll see are meant to be done as dynamic stretches before we jump. Now, the difference between dynamic and static is really just, are we moving or are we not, all right? We don't wanna sit there and hold a static stretch for 30 seconds or a minute before we ask our bodies to do something explosive like jumping rope. We want to be constantly moving, getting our bodies limber, and that's what we're going to do with these dynamic or moving stretches, all right? So let's get started. We're going to hit our whole body and feel really awesome after these 5 stretches. The first one that we're going to tackle is called a grass grabber, okay? So you're really just going to do exactly like what it says. You're going to put one foot out like this, and then you're going to grab the grass or the ground or wherever you're at, okay? So I'm just coming down just like this, and I'm pretending that I'm scooping up some of that ground. What this is doing is really targeting my hamstrings. These are the muscles right here in the back of my leg, okay? And those are super important as we're jumping. Now, if you notice, a couple of technical issues with this one. We do want to make sure that the leg that's stretching, the leg that's out in front, is straight. The other leg can bend a little bit, but this leg is straight and my back is straight as I'm coming down, okay? Now, if that means that you can't reach all the way to the ground, that's okay. It's more important to keep that stretching leg and your back straight, okay? The next one, we're gonna target our quads. These are the big muscles right here in front of your legs, also important for jumping rope, okay? These are called alternating quad stretches. So I'm gonna pull a foot right here back behind me. I'm gonna hold this for about a second, maybe 2. Then I am going to switch legs, all right? I can use this other hand for balance. I'm pretending right now that I'm holding on to something, and that just helps me stay balanced. Now, one thing that I do want to point out here, okay? And if you're stretching along with us, you can go ahead and keep going as I'm talking. Some people, if they're really limber, they will try to pull a foot out like this to deepen that stretch. That's really not good for your knee at all, so I would advise you not to do that. Instead, if you want to deepen the stretch, go ahead, grab your foot, and then push it out away from your body, and that's going to open up your hip and stretch out your quad a little bit more, okay? It's a much safer method for deepening the stretch rather than twisting your knee and pulling your leg out, okay? So we have done 2 stretches so far, hamstrings and quads. Now we're going to move away from our legs, and we're going to get our shoulders a little bit. So these are also important for jumping. Here's what I like to do. I like to do forwards arm rotations or arm circles just like this, and backwards, okay? Now, a lot of people don't like to start with these big giant swings, and that's totally fine. Actually, probably a better method is to start small. So arms out just like this. We're gonna go forwards and make tiny little circles. This activates our shoulder muscles. It gets them ready to really move. And then we're gonna go progressively bigger and bigger and bigger, just like this, until we feel ready to make these really big, powerful swings, all right? And that's really gonna loosen up all of our shoulder muscles, our traps even, and get us ready to go. Now, we gotta do the same thing, but going backwards. So in reverse, we're gonna start out like this, small circles going backwards, getting all those muscles loosened up, limbered up, just like that, and then get progressively bigger, 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 until you feel ready to do these nice, giant arm swings moving backwards, all right? Nice job, everybody. Now, this next one might be my favorite stretch ever. I call it the greatest stretch, all right? Other people have different names for it, but that one just seems to fit for me. So here's how it works. We're gonna get into a really deep lunge here. So notice my legs are spread out pretty much as far as I can get them, and my back leg is straight. That's really important for stretching this hip flexor in the back, okay? Now, once I'm in my lunge, here's the goal. The front foot, we're gonna find the inside of that front foot, and we're gonna reach towards the ground on the inside, okay? So my hands should be close to my foot's arch. Now from here, this might be a really good position for you. If so, just hold it here. If you want a deeper stretch, you're gonna come down. Put an elbow down on the floor just like this, really twist, and then you're gonna twist opposite, okay? So lift up that elbow, twist opposite toward your front knee, and you get that spinal twist. Feels so good, y'all, so good. Now, after that, you're gonna reset, and of course, we wanna keep moving. So you're gonna go to the other leg just like this. Make sure that back leg is straight. Got hair in my mouth. Back leg is straight, reaching toward the inside of that front foot, coming down to your elbow if you can, okay, if it doesn't hurt. And then after that, we're getting that spinal twist, so we're going toward that front knee, okay? In reality, you would probably want to go through that at least, I would say 3 times, maybe even 4 on each leg, so that you really get everything all stretched out. That really is a total body stretch, and it's awesome, okay? Now, last one. This might be the most important one for jumping rope, okay? We're gonna target our calves and our Achilles. These are the muscles back here in our lower legs, and we just really use these a lot when we're jumping rope, so we've gotta make sure that they're ready to go. Here's how I like to do it. I like to get in a TP position, almost like a downward dog, okay? So just like this, and then I like to tuck one leg behind the other one, and I'm going to stretch by pushing my heel down towards the floor, and that's gonna get my calf. So my leg is straight, heel is pushing down, okay? Now, if I bend my knee, just like this, and I keep actively pushing that heel down, now I'm targeting my Achilles and my soleus. So that's the lower muscles and that big tendon that's in the back of your ankle. Okay, then of course we gotta switch legs. So come into the other leg, straight leg, go ahead and push that heel down just like this. Your booty is in the air, don't forget that part, super important, y'all. And then you're gonna bend your knee, keep pressing that heel down, get your Achilles, your soleus. It's gonna feel awesome. And then what we can do to make this really active, we can actually just pedal our feet just like this. Okay, so we're alternating, straight leg, pushing that heel down, and then we can bend both and kind of do the same thing by shifting our weight, all right? That's gonna make that stretch really active and get us ready to be dynamic as we're jumping, okay? Now, those were my 5 favorite stretches. I hope that they help you out just as much as they've helped me out, all right? They, again, will help to prevent injury and make you feel good. We all want to feel good while we're exercising, and especially while we're jumping rope, okay? So don't forget to check them out. Let us know how you like them in the comments. We're happy to also answer any questions that you might have. Now, before you get out of here, make sure, please, check out the links in the description. There's all kinds of helpful stuff in there. And of course, please like, subscribe so that you can hang out with us for all of our amazing videos. We can't wait to see you back. See you later. Have an awesome day and happy jumping.